Hey everyone, it's Elaine with Sweet Stampin'. Thank you so much for joining me here this Tuesday, October 21st. And exciting news, Stampin' Up! Is doing free shipping tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. So get your orders ready because free shipping is the best deal of the year. So you can stock up on any cardstock that you need or any card kits. So super excited for tomorrow, free shipping Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on orders over $75. If you're local and you don't have a $75 order, but you have like a $50 or $25 order, you can just send it to me and I'll combine them so you can still take advantage of the free shipping. So hi, Joan and Louise. I'm so glad you got the card. I apologize. I found your and Tiffany's emails to me with your addresses in my junk mail, and I don't know how they got there because they shouldn't go there. So I fixed it, and now hopefully everybody can email me. And so I need to check that junk mail too. Hey, Deborah, thanks for joining. And let's see, I also saw Pam and Carrie. So very cool. Okay. I am going to do paper pumpkin today. I was originally going to do the elegant pine snowflakes, but my paper pumpkin kit came. I was so surprised. It was really early, earlier than I expected, but I immediately opened up and started looking at it and playing with it. So I decided to go ahead and do paper pumpkin this week. The kit is called Cozy Christmas, and it has little felt elements in it. It's really pretty. It uses fun traditional Christmas colors. So I'm very excited to show you some different things that you can do with the kit. But first, let's review what I did last week with the Modern Christmas Suite. So, and then we'll do the raffle because one of the cards is part of the raffle. So let's see. This one, this one, this one. Yeah, we'll do these first. And then we'll go to here, okay? And here are the 3 cards that are part of my class that I showed everyone that's going to be coming out soon, so be on the lookout for that. We've got this diagonal gatefold with a belly band for the star, and we have this spinner ornament card. It can spin a lot. Whee! And then we have a tree shaker card. So super fun. That's going to be a class coming up. So watch out for that. I haven't decided if I'm just going to do videos and then send you the tutorials and videos, or let me know if you guys want it to be live. If you want it to be live, then I can create the kits and send them to you, and we'll set a date to do it together on Zoom, and that would be super fun. Here are the cards that we made last week. So we made this one with one of the with one of the ornaments. It was kind of leftover. And then we made a slider gatefold card with the ornament, which is super fun to make with any shape. So I just put one on the back and one in the front. The one on the back was a boo-boo mess up. So perfect for being the back of my slider here, and I like to put it back in this way. I feel like it's a tiny bit easier. And then this just slides up and down. And then I did all ornament cards, I guess. So here's another ornament card. And then I decided to do one in completely different colors. So we did a pool party and pretty in pink and some gold. And I flicked Wink of Stella all over it. So it's kind of got a shiny feel. So hopefully you can see that. But for the raffle, we're going to give the winner a choice between these 2 cards, the 2 ornament cards. So now we're going to go to my fun little random wheel name. Okay. And we're going to spin the wheel. Melanie, I put your name on twice since I forgot you last week. I felt so bad. So, oh, it paid off. Okay, Melanie, you got it. So sorry about that, Melanie, but you get to pick one of these 2 cards. So let me know which card you would like, and I will send it to you. Gotta do my little note. I'll do my little note so I remember. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Yeah. Okay. So let me know if you want the gold ornament card, polka dot, or if you want the fa la 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 ornament card. So there you go. Put those over there. Okay, so now let me minimize this again. Where's my minimize? Minimize. Thank you. And then back to here. Okay, so now we're going to get into the Cozy Christmas paper pumpkin. So here are the instructions. So these are the 3 cards that they instruct you to make. And of course I made one of each. So I have this joy card, pretty similar, right? Not quite. I put it on just basic beige and I took all these cards and cut them up and you'll see how I use them. And then this one is this. And again, I cut all these cards in half. You got to cut all the cards in half, right? And then this one, again, cut the cards in half. So I'm going to get double of the designs. So did that for all of these. So those are the 3. I love them as they are, but they are super fun to play with, kind of mixy matchy. I'm going to bring them back so I can show you what I did with this one. So I took this background and combined it and put the Christmas tree on. There's like 3 layers of dimensionals on there, if you can see. So a lot of dimensionals. I don't know if it will go through the mail with just as a letter. They'll probably make it a package. But anyway, I thought it was super cute to try doing different backgrounds. And honestly, I kind of like this one better. And as you might notice, I use the textured notes dies to create some edges around all these pieces, kind of finish them off, make them look nice. And then I use the branching out, I love those dies, can you tell? Dies on this one, and I did it on this one too, because I didn't leave it plain. I thought, gosh, that would look a lot cuter with the branching out dies. So I did do some modifications. I can't help myself. Okay, so now we are going to make some cards. So I have the sequins here, and this is the stamp set that comes with it. So we have Merry Christmas, Joy to the World, Deck the Halls, and then some little sparkles and stars. So I don't usually use Deck the Halls, so that one I put off the table. And then I have, oh, and I wanted to say, I just got this in the mail today, and I thought it was kind of interesting that these kind of coordinate. So these are the cards and envelopes. They're large. They are 4 and, let's see, they're 4 1/4, so that's the same, but they are 6 1/4 tall. So they're taller, and the envelopes are taller too. But you guys know me, I am going to cut all these in half and make them a regular A2 card size, and I will get double the cards. And then I am actually going to trim off all the envelope pieces, and I will get triple the cards. Because I can just use regular envelopes, and people throw away the envelopes. And then I keep these bottom pieces and use them as pockets. And you could even use them in like a pocket scrapbook where you put all the pockets together. So keep the pocket part, it is still useful. So I might pull one of these into my designs today, because I just got that in the mail like 10 minutes ago. But I was looking for my virtual kit for the traditional Christmas. I thought that was coming first. So I haven't received mine yet. I have to look that up because I'm kind of curious about that, because it's supposed to come, right? So this is an envelope. Yep, I cut up the envelopes. So here's the envelopes. So here's the other side of that envelope. And they have a little bit of a linen pattern to them. And so I just cut it up. And I'm going to make that the little background, and then I did the branching out dies. And then this is a die piece that I cut with the add-on dies. I just forgot the name of them. Create and Joy Create something. And then I did pull some Elegant Pine, because I cut these out of the DSP, and I thought they go with this so perfectly. Even the colors, they're similar colors. So I thought those would look really nice together. So this is just gonna be a simple card, kind of mixing and matching and pulling in different elements from different suites, which is fun to do. You get more out of it. And I'm probably gonna trim the bottom off just so it looks equal. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay, and this is one of the card pieces that I cut with the branching out dies. And then this one's gonna get kind of tall too, because I gotta do dimensionals on the snowflakes. I just cannot not do, cannot not do. I just have to put dimensionals on them because they'll look so much better and they will pop out more. And oh, my nails on my right hand are so short and breaking right now because obviously since I'm right-handed, I use my right hand more than my left. But I wore some like nail sticker polish things, like, I don't know, how long ago was that? August? I think it was August, the end of August. And so my nails all break because they don't get enough air. So, and they just get really delicate. Okay, so look how pretty that is. That right there is, you could do that. So pretty. But I thought I'm gonna do another layer. So we're gonna pop this one up. I think, let's just do one. Just one, and we'll tilt it or turn it this way. That's kind of fun. And then I'm gonna pop this up. So it's gonna be a lot of popping up, but I think the effect will be really nice. And since it's just paper, it can be mushed down and pulled back up, right? And I want that O to be right there so that you can see the berries. And then these are little snowflakes that I also cut out of the paper that I thought would be fun to kind of use like embellishments and place those kind of around the card. Well, I want to pop up that layer too, but that'll just make it really four pop-up layers. That's probably too much. But so there we go. And then I think I'm gonna add some of the big sequins because you get a lot of the leftover, this big sequins. There's some left over. So let's do the big sequin. Oh, darn. The sticky stuff did not come off with it because I don't have nails. Did I get the sticky stuff? I can't tell. I don't think I did. I might just have to use a regular, oh, there we go. You could just use a regular glue dot if that happens. Okay, there we go. What do you think? Hey, Karen. Hey, Joan. And then I'm just gonna chop off the bottom because I want it to look equal on all sides. And nobody, you know, if it's a little bit short, people are not gonna care or notice. They might even think you meant to do that. I didn't, but maybe I did. Okay, so there's one, and then these could all be like a pocket scrapbook. Lots of fun you could have with that. Okay, now I'm gonna pass on that one and possibly this one, and I'm not ready for that one. And then these are all just beige. Okay, and then there's another envelope that I cut up. So I have a lot of pieces here. So here's some pieces like from the cards and things. Okay, so here's one that I wanted to do. So you get an extra one of these joy pieces. And where is my extra paper? Paper. Fell down to the bottom and started curling. Not good. I gotta find a better place for it where it won't curl. Okay, so we need a little bit of scrap paper in case it gets messy, and I'll get a wipe out too, because we're gonna do a little bit of ink blending with the mask. So mask, you say, it didn't come with any masks. Of course it came with masks. It came with all of these masks. So I kept all of them because they could all be really great masks, and we're going to use some of them on the cards. So even this ornament one and the sentiments, and here's the joy one, but we're not going to use that one. We are going to use this one with the letters. Aha! So I'm going to try to line it up the best I can, but my secret is I'm going to use a pencil to kind of outline it and make sure I'm getting it kind of in a good spot. Oh wow, there's a tiny little bug crawling on my card. Come here. Go over there. Get off the stage. There we go. Okay, so and just kind of loosely trace that to kind of see. Okay, so I feel like it needs to tilt. I feel like that down there is pretty good placement, but this needs to tilt over this way and up. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of trial and error, and I'm just going to mark kind of the edges. Okay, that looks doable. That looks better. Okay, after I just move maybe up a tiny bit more. Okay, so now we are going to use blends. Where are my blending brushes? So cherry cobbler, and then maybe some garden green. So cherry cobbler and garden green. Okay. We're gonna start with the J, and I haven't tried this yet, so this is a little bit of an experiment. And hopefully this works nicely. Okay, we're gonna get some ink. Hold this down, just kind of get that off there. And just try to keep this only on the, I should have used a like mini blending thing. That would have been better, but it's okay. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, woo! Oh, darn it, I got a little bit over there. So I'm gonna see if I can erase my lines here. Looks like I can. And then you can still use this piece. Isn't that cool? So you don't have to get rid of this piece. So I already stamped the to the world, no, to the world, yes, to the world. So let's see if I can use my little sand eraser here to get some of this extra ink off. Get it to not be quite as noticeable would be fine. Okay, that looks better. Okay, what do you think of my J? Yay! Okay, the fa la 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 card. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on, oh, it's already on the fa la 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 card, so perfect. Okay, it's coming. And then don't forget to wipe your fingernails. Maybe I should try putting blending ink on my fingernails. No, that would wipe off everywhere. That would not work. Never mind. Okay, so now the O. Let's see if this is like kind of the right place. Oh no, not that stupid thing. Okay, hold on. Yep, I know. Okay, I got it. No, that is wrong. Oh, and I lost my feed. Okay, sorry. It was an emergency thing, and those get through my do not disturb. So, dang darn. Done. Okay, I gotta get my phone back in the mix. So sorry about that. Okay, put the phone back up and zoomy in. Okay, let's see here. Okay, there we go. So sorry about that. We kind of try to make it. Okay, so we were on the O. So I was drawing the O. Did you guys hear the noise from that? Oh, that's pretty good. I think that's good. So we will keep it there. And then I'm just gonna fill in the whole O. That's just going to be easier. Okay, so let's go back to comments so I can see. Oh, sorry, it scared you. Sorry. Okay, now let's do the O. O. I'm trying to keep it in here so I don't get the other parts. I guess you could mask off the other parts with like Post-it notes. That would probably be a good idea. And then, oh, there's my O. Okay, I only got a little bit right there, but I think that's gonna be fine because we're gonna do the Y right there, so. But this time I'm gonna be smarter. And so I'm gonna mask off the O. So I can't get any stuff on the O. Okay, so now the Y, let's see, I'm gonna do this Y right here. And let's see if I can kind of line this up here. Let's see if I'm in a good spot here. Oh, yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe a little up. So let's go a little bit up. Okay, I think that's gonna be good. All right, let's get the ink in there. And this time I don't have to be quite as careful. I forgot to mask off the bottom. Ooh, that's really dark right there. Oh well. Okay, let's see. Ooh! Oh, and look, it's a good thing I masked it. Yay! So then you can use this. It's not just like a piece to think, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do with this? I don't have any more letters to put on it. Why did they give me a fourth one? It's so weird. But now we get to use it. So exciting. Okay, let's get rid of all of the pencil. Okay. And then there's a little bit, I think there's a little bit of red on my eraser. We'll use this one then. Okay. What do you guys think? Okay. Yay! So we can still use it. You could even like color it in with like your blends markers. I think that might be another cool idea. But yeah, I like it. Okay, so don't throw these away. These could be really good masks. Okay, so now let's put it on a card. So I've got this here, and eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll use that one because it's darker. And this is, oh, it goes this way, so I don't want this card. I want a card that goes the other way. So let's go ahead and get a real red. We didn't do real red, we did cherry cobbler. So then we'll get a pecan pie, and we will mix it up a little bit. So there we go. And then what else can I pull here? Maybe I want to pull this one from here. Let's experiment. I like that better than that. I like it better. I think that looks better. Or we could do all those beige ones. I had all those beige ones. Let's try a beige, because the beige to go with the beige. Okay. Okay, what do you think? Beige? Let's see. Or pecan. That's kind of hard. I like how the beige pops it up. And then the pecan looks nice. I'm gonna try the beige. I don't have a lot of beige cards. I already have some pecan ones. So let's do the beige. So this is one of the cards. It's kind of hard to tell because the design and the background color are very similar in color. So it's a very slight difference. But we will use this as our background. And then I think it might be good, before I do this, I kind of want to add maybe some stripes or something. Maybe Maybe I'll use, this is the part of the envelope, so maybe I'll add that in there somehow. Okay, but let's put this on the beige, and I feel like there's a little piece right here. Okay, because I can see something when I start to put it on the card. And since this isn't our cardstock, this doesn't have a you know, fully colored base. So sometimes the anal me will go and color all the edges the same color with the blends markers. And it's kind of nice because then you don't see any of the white. It's kind of when I did the trick with all those little leftover tag things to hide them. So I'm just gonna do it on this card since I started. But another little thing you could do if you're weird like me, but I think I got all of those. Okay, so now I don't see any of those white edges. Don't want to see them. Okay, so there we go. And then now I want to add like a little bit of this on each side. So let's cut it in half. So I want to say this is about 5.5, 5 3/4. So we'll do a little over 2 3/4. And then we're gonna cut it down to 2.5. And then I'm just gonna cut the little edge off because I see the fold of the envelope. Okay, so we'll do this at 2. This one can be 2 3/4. And then we'll cut that little piece off right there. And then I'm actually going to cut this one in half again. So half of 2 3/4, oh boy, is 1 and in between. Okay, so I've got these 2 pieces that I want here. And then I'm going to cut this one in half to 1 1/4. And I'm going to use all these little tiny small pieces to create a little bit of a pattern on the sides. So I'm just going to add them here on the 2 sides, and then you won't know that they're not complete, right? Because they're kind of hiding. And so I'm going to do that on both sides. So this is a way to like use your scraps and use all the little pieces. Oh, you colored the edges too. Yep, yep. Here's to the edge colors. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one down here, and then I'm gonna have to get my T-square. I have a T-square to make sure that I line it up on the other side. Okay, so do this one. Otherwise, it'll look kind of funny. So T-squares are great to help you line stuff up. Okay, so now let's do this one. I'm just gonna do one, and then we'll do it about here. And if I was smart, I would have measured this earlier to see like where the middle was and then figured all of that out, but this is just random. Okay, so now we can, okay, I'm still on screen. Line this one up, and then that'll be a cute little thing in the background. Definitely dimensionals for this one. And I'm just going to go with the regular 5. I'm running out of dimensionals on this one. Can you believe it? I almost ran out of dimensionals. I only had 2 packs left. 2 packs. I thought I had more because I put the black dimensionals behind them. So I thought they were the white ones. So I kind of tricked myself. Okay, see? Doesn't that look cute with the little on the side? All right, so now we're gonna pop this up. So put one there, one there, one there. I feel like I should put some here. And maybe like some mini ones here and here. up here too. Okay. And so now we can use our 4th and extra joy piece. So let me know if you come up with any other ideas on how you are going to use your extra joy piece here. Joy to the world. And then we will still do the sequins like in the other cards. It'd be fun if I had green sequins. And then I might add some kind of greenery stuff. I have some partial snowflakes cut, and so those might work. They're kind of too big, but I always cut the partials. Huh, that's kind of cute, except the O showing through the O. Now my fingernails cannot grab it. Okay, now it's stuck. Okay, that might be interesting. Or maybe like on the bottom it would be better next to the other star. Snowflakes. Feels like it needs more. I could add some of these little guys. Bing, bada, bing. Is that too much? I don't really like that color. Whoops, that's stamped. Oh yeah, I could do stamped ones, because I have stamped ones in shaded spruce. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stamp one more in shaded spruce, and then I'll have some more little embellishments for this card, and then just adds another fun color. So let's stick one here, and I'll stick one down here, and then I'll stamp and put another one up there. So there's another one. Okay, and then put these pieces back. La. All right, so we still have this piece right here. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of extra pieces. All right, so this card. Ta-da. And still have these pieces here. That could be a card, this could be a card. Okay, but we're gonna do this one. So I've already assembled my tree flat, and I've used the Everyday Arches dies to cut this out. And I am going to create, I wanted it to just be partial, but I forgot how I wanted to do that, because it's not going to be just partial unless I cut it. Okay, sorry, thinking. But I am going to score it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to score it at 2 3/4. So I'm just going to do it over here on my Simply Scored, because I have that already here. Oh, I know how to. Okay. Okay, so it just goes like this, and then we're going to put this on top. We're going to have our tree, and we're just going to create like a little easel card. So pretty easy, but fun effect. And so you can just put 2 dimensionals up here. And even though this is a fun fold card, it's going to be a simple, easy fun fold card. And then I'm going to grab, let's see, is that the same size? No, perfect. I want a smaller one to go inside so that it will be like hidden, so you won't see it until you pop this up. And then we're going to put this on dimensionals, and then let's see, maybe I'll borrow another one of these to put inside, and I need the big dimensionals. Big dimensionals. And then now I get to trim the edges. One. And I do it like this because I used to cut the edges, chop, chop, chop. But I like to save the whole piece to use for lots of other things that I've shown in the past. It just really is helpful to have some of those around for when you are creating a card and you change your mind, but you've already removed all of the backings of your dimensionals, right? That's never happened before. Okay, and then we have this cute little star here. So we will put a mini dimensional on the star. Hi, Gwen. And this star is kind of weird. It has one longer tail. I feel like maybe that goes on the top. Yeah. So I'm going to put the star down a little bit since we're red on red. So they, oh, I should have put it down a little bit further, but there we go. There's our star. And then we're going to stamp some of the little, not sprinkles, what are these called again? Things inside. And I think I'm going to use cherry cobbler. Yeah, I think cherry cobbler. Okay, so I'm just gonna ink it with Versamark to kind of protect it a little bit first. And I'm gonna bring this back because I wanna be able to do some stamping off because I don't want them to be, oh no, that was wrong. Wrong. I just put ink on my Versamark pad. Oy. Okay, so we've got 3. And then just clean that off as quick as you can so that it stays clear-ish. And then you can just like use a wet wipe to try to get the ink off the top, or a wet paper towel or something, and then just re-ink it. So I'll probably just re-ink it, but there is some red coming off. So, but that's what I would recommend doing for when you accidentally stamp color on your Versamark pad. Okay, so no more colors coming out, so I'll just re-ink that later. Okay, so we've got this, and now I want to stamp something on this, but let's go ahead and put this down. I love the Everyday Arches dies. Love, love, love. I hope they stay around for a while. Okay, so now we've got our inside piece here that this is gonna go on. And I have one that says joy, joy. So I wanna put that on the front. And I think I'm gonna stamp in pecan pie again. So let's get another one of these. I only need one on the one side, and then I'll do a little bit of tape. And then we will put this over here, joy. We're all feeling such joy. And then now I need the sentiment to hold that. And oh my gosh, I should have done the edges on this because I can see that white edge right there. Okay, so what should we stamp? We already did joy. Merry Christmas is way too big. I've already used all my Merry Christmases. I could borrow a Merry Christmas, but then I won't have one for this card. Let's see if I have any others. Nope. Nope. Not gonna steal it. Joy, maybe we should do to the world. To the world. We'll do that. And I'll do the pecan pie again. Ooh, I'm gonna move that out of the way. See how messy it gets? It just gets messy. And it's like I'm trying to design in a 4 by 4 inch space. You know? Okay, that's better. A little bit better. Okay, so I'm just gonna ink to the, actually, I should do world first. Okay, and I'm gonna try and center it, just the to the. Okay, pretty good. And then we're gonna clean that off really, really, really well, because we do not want to see that when we stamp world. So we're just gonna do world right there. And there we go. To the world. And then we put this one on dimensionals. So this one gets 2 of these guys. Do 1. And this will do 2. Okay. And then this we're going to place right about, I think right about a little bit higher. Yeah, right about there. Joy, and then to the world. Yes, negatives to draw, then cut the shape for Merry Christmas. Well, that's smart. I could, but I think this works. So, but I think that's crooked too. Oh well. Okay, so there's another one, and then let's put some of the bling blings, blingy blings on it maybe. But it's already red on red, but I don't care. Oh no, forgot the adhesive again. Let's get it on there. Okay. And then we'll do 2 little ones. Because even though it's red on red, it's reflective. So I think it still looks good. Okay. And then this one is kind of a mashup. And so instead of going, so here's the original, instead of being portrait, I'm gonna do landscape. I'm using the same green background, but I'm doing it on pecan pie. And then I'm doing the other card as my background with the Merry Christmas. So these pieces all here are felt. And I thought, what, felt on cards? That's so weird. Yeah. So, yeah. But I like it. It's really cool. It's cooler than I thought it would be. Because felt reminds me, it reminds me of the 70s. I don't know why. I feel like that was a more popular material in the 70s. Okie dokie. And then I am going to pop this up, and I am going to stamp some little twinkles on there too. Maybe I should do garden green. I'm going to do garden green this time. Or I could do the pecan pie. I think I'm going to try the pecan pie because that'll be an interesting touch. And I'm going to stamp off again because I don't want it to be super dark. So let's do one there. And one over here. And one down here. Okay. I love these little sparkle things. And then I need to find a place to stamp the star. I want to do the star, maybe on the next card. Okay, so there's this piece. And then where did I put those dimensionals? Here, there they are. Okay, so I'm gonna cut a few. Just don't cut your fingers because that hurts. Okay, and then we'll use these 2 bottom pieces here. And then I actually like saving these edge ones because they're lower than the adhesive foam strips. And so if I want to do a shaker card or an interactive card or just a card that you would usually use the foam adhesive strips for, I like to use those still. But I still use the foam adhesive strips. So it's just easier because you can see I kept some on here too. All right, so now we have our ornament going on here, and we are going to cut off our top here. It's too long, and we're just gonna use this part right here. There we go, right there. So we're gonna need some dimensionals on here. Since I already cut these out, I'm just gonna use those 2. And we'll just put that right over here on this side. side? Nah, towards the bottom, because I need a little bit of room for this. Okay, so I can put a dimensional on this one, probably here. Yeah, okay. And then Merry Christmas. We'll do, let's do a mini dimensional over here on the other side. And then we'll do some of this to stick on the felt. I don't want to cover up all the felt. So like right there. Ooh, okay, sequins. Sequins. Don't forget the sequins. There or over here? I just feel like over there. There we go. Yeah. I like it. So there's the original and there's the little bit different one. Very nice, if I do say so myself. Okay, so we did that one and that one and that one. And that one. Wow, we've done quite a few here. But I still have more. Okay, here's another one where I kind of mixed it up a little bit. And then this one too. So let's do both of these. They're kind of similar. They're the extra joy, not extra, but they're the joy ones. So joy, joy with the felt leaves. And this one I cut with this. Just curious to see how it would look. But maybe, are these the same? Oh, same size. So I could use that with that, but then that's too, yeah. Okay, we're just gonna use that. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of the seal right there to attach it. So you just attach it underneath that little J area so that you just see the felt parts coming up. And then here, just adhesive right there. And we're gonna go this way. So we want it to be showing, whoops, twist a little bit this way. Or just bring that in front, or just, no, just leave it. Okay, so that's gonna go all on dimensionals. I guess I need to get out some new ones. Doo-doo. Okay, so here and here, and so cute. These are gonna be some of my Christmas cards that I'll be sending out. I'm gonna use some of these. Let's see, where should I put that? Right there. And then we'll do a mini there, mini here. Sounds like the old McDonald's song. A mini here, a mini there, here a mini, there a mini, everywhere a mini. Elaine had lots of dimensionals. Backings everywhere. She found one on her elbow. I need one more syllable. Maybe one day she found one on her elbow. They are everywhere. Okay, so joy to the world on this piece right here. And this is a gatefold card. So maybe I will put that in there with just a white piece right there. I'm loving it. And then we can put this in front. Maybe I want to use some of the green. I think that would be nice, but there's not, yeah. I don't know. Do I have any other garden green? No, I want to keep that with that. What is this? Oh, it's this. Yeah, I want to keep that because I'm going to use it with this one. Okay, so here's the green for that side. Let's see. And Hello, Margaret. Thanks for joining us. We're working on this paper pumpkin kit, all the alternatives. Okay, and lots of dimensionals on this one. And I kind of like to use the dimensionals to hold it together just in case something decides to unstick. Okay. Me and my million dimensionals here. Okay, and so that I'm gonna adhere to this piece, and I've cut this out with the textured notes dies. Hopefully you can see that right there. And we're gonna put this on. Where's the silliest place you have ever found a dimensional or a dimensional backing? These little guys. Where's the silliest place? I've definitely found them on my elbows before and on the bottom of my shoe. I found one in an elevator that Stampin' Up was having an event in the hotel. So that was funny. I thought it was funny. Okay, let's see if this is opening the right way. So this one's going to be pretty straightforward and simple. Just kind of mixing things up again. Putting it on the pecan. And then this will have more dimensionals. But I'll just do the 5. Oops. Okay, let's see. Silliest places. What do we got? I remember finding one in a very odd place the other day. And my husband, I showed it to my husband and he kind of laughed. Because we both were like, how in the heck did that get there? That's so weird. Maybe it traveled from my elbow. Okay, there's another one. Just mixing it up. And like an extra one. Oh, I'm running out of space in my little thing. Okay, so now this one, I'm kind of joy to the world. I can stamp the Merry Christmas in the pecan pie. So let's do that right in the middle. Nice, nice. Okay. So makes it so you have less room. You don't have to write as much. It already says Merry Christmas, so what else do you need to say? Okay, but I want to add some little sparkles, and I don't know. Oh, here's my scrap. I'm gonna stamp full strength because this is darker. So let's hide this from me now. So ink in it again, but let's see if the dark, oh, yep. Okay, I like it. I like it better than just the plain one. I feel like it looks better. I'm liking this. I think I'm liking the sparkles too much. What do you think? Too much. Putting them all around. Oh, did I miss a spot? I missed a spot. Okay, I think that's gonna look nice. But it looks like this paper has a little bit of shine to it because I can see the ink is not being absorbed. So I'm just gonna go like that to get some of that ink off so I don't smear it everywhere. So I will adhere this flat on the inside of the card. It's better to do flat when you're doing the inside of the card. So I hope these dies are still current. Are they still current? I think they are. They're in my current thing. See, my fingers have all of it on there, and so I'm getting it everywhere. So wipe the fingers. Thank you. Oh, the end of your dog's nose? That's cute. uh, did your dog notice? Did your dog care? Did your dog want it off? Oh no! I have ink in hidden places that I am smearing everywhere. Don't you hate that? I don't like that. That's not fun. Huh. Okay, so let's clean that and then throw this away just in case it's putting things on. And where did that eraser go? We'll just see if we can do a little bit of erasing because it's pretty light. Yeah. And I can put some sequins there if I want to. Okay, now I want to find some garden green paper because I think it'll look really nice with garden green paper on it. And I want to save this because I have so many more pieces. Like this piece needs a card base, you know, because I want to do all of them. And yeah, I still even have more pieces over here. So, because I cut all these cards up and used them. So, and then the envelopes are also more pieces. And then don't forget this part of the envelope, because those are fun to use. I used it for my tutorial. Do you want to see my paper pumpkin tutorial? Yes, I am going to tease you again. I can't find it though. Oh, there it is. Okay, here's my paper pumpkin tutorial. Yep, nice. Okay, so little clue is I used the envelope flaps. So you'll have to check it out when the tutorials come out on November 1st. And so these are pieces that I can use on some of the cards as well. Okay, so I'm gonna find, I think maybe the elegant, where did I put the elegant pine paper? Here it is. That might have some garden green in it. So let's look on the back here. That might be garden green. No. That's old olive. Yeah. Okay, so you have a salt thing going on in the back. Okay. This paper might be nice to just do behind. Ooh, that's pretty. I think I'm gonna do that one. Let's see what else I got. Yeah, that's the same one, that's the same one. So this paper here, you'll see next week, is the one that I cut all of these snowflakes out of. And I'm gonna cut all of these too. And so, darn, I won't be using that side of the paper. Actually, I think I might, because I did get another pack. But yep, let's use this. This is cool paper. Okay, so my where is my regular cutter? Oh, there it is. Trimmer. And we're gonna do 2.5, I think, by 5.25. Nope, by 4. So we're gonna do 4, so we can get them in a row next to each other. And then we're gonna do 2.5, 2.5. I should have done it larger, but it's okay. And then 2.5. So I want to see more of it, but it will be fine. I like to do it side by side, so it looks like it goes together, I guess. So this is very pretty paper. Oops. I should probably move this out of the way because this might be the cause of ink transfer. And that looks really pretty. Yeah, I wish I would have cut it taller. Darny darn, I might trim it. I might trim the bottom of this to make it look better. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, look how pretty that is. I know pets are funny. That's cute that he just let you take a picture of him. All right, so I'm just gonna put dimensionals only on one side. Otherwise, you know, can't open the card. And we'll lay that on. And ta-da! Gatefold card. So super cute. And I'm gonna move this guy up just a wee bit because I want to trim the bottom of this. Oh my gosh, I see more ink marks on there. And I should totally use the little tool. That might make it easier to just trim through the adhesive there. So I'm gonna move this up a tiny bit like that. And then that'll give me enough room to just do a little trim down there. Just a little. Yeah, that looks better. Sometimes you just have to make little corrections and it just really makes things look better. Yep, and there's a tiny, tiny bit of ink. Where did I put the eraser now? Did I put it back? Okay, there it is. Just a little bit of ink on there. So maybe we'll do some sequins in here. We'll make it extra fancy. No, I gotta save sequins because I only have like 2 sets left and I still have all those cards. Okay, sorry. No sequins for you. You already have sequins, see? 1, 2. I'm like talking to the card. All right, so now we just have a few bits left. This one is kind of similar to the other one that I did. So we can do, where's that other envelope? We can do something that has, you know, this hanging down with the joy. I'm gonna save that because we already kind of did that. The joy. And I think I want a bigger one. Use a bigger one. And maybe I should do it on this. So let's see what we got here. Red or this one's gonna be interesting. I think the red. Where should I do it? There? Or there? I think there. Okay, so look at all these extra pieces I'm gonna have. So I'm probably gonna cut out more things from the dies and probably cut out some envelopes to possibly be backgrounds, at least for that one. But these are already the same pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So a lot left of those. So that's fun to have. And then let's play with this one a little bit. So I'm wondering if I could stick this on and run it through again so I can get the same stitching on there. And then I can do joy and it'll be like a little cute envelope on your card or something. I don't know, what do you think? The brown paper, yeah, it does. Okay, brain's still working. I do have this piece too. And this is a piece. These are 2-tone cardstock, and I do have these pieces too. You can totally, these ones are harder to unstick, but if you use your heat tool, you can unstick them, and that way you'll get more. Otherwise, excuse me, I have to cut a smaller area, but let's go ahead and cut the smaller area. So maybe we can use some of this. So I'm just gonna cut along, it's kind of hard to because of that. There we go. I'm just gonna cut along there. And then right along here. Okay, so I've got another piece. And then this piece we can cut right here. Whoops. I did not get that exactly right, but that was close enough. So we have another piece. So you can get a lot of pieces out of your envelopes. A lot. Okay. So don't want the glued pieces that much anyway, but look at all these fun pieces we have. So we could do a layer and a layer like that. Or I could do big layer and then make this a smaller layer. Smaller layer. I have to change the angle a little bit. I don't know, I'm not quite enthralled with that, but I will keep them aside. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Let's go for it. I'm going to add adhesive. I'll just go ahead and do it on here. And then I'm gonna use this since I've got some edges, but I don't think I'll really need too much because I'm gonna cut it. So I'm just gonna place this at the top here and just kind of line it up. And then I'm gonna cut it again so it gets the stitching on it. So can I use the mini or do I need the big one? I need the big one because it's wider than 3. And since there's adhesive on this, I'm just gonna cut that off because I don't want sticky adhesive on my plates. Any other fun places where you found dimensionals? Fun places. Okay. So let's cut this again. Where's the plate? We've got the plate. And then I need the branching out. Seriously, like my favorite dies. Okay. I think it's the second largest one. Nope. It is the largest one. And I'm just gonna line up the stitching and then it'll kind of fit in there. So it kind of, so you know that it's in the right spot. And then we'll just run it through again so I can get the stitching on that con pie paper as well. Whee! Okay. Okay, so yay, now we have our stitching on that little brown piece. It looks like it was made to be a part of that piece now. And let's put that away. Okay, branching out dies. And then it's going to go on here. Which side is the top? This side. And yeah, we do want the green. Oh, what about that other paper? That other paper's kind of cool. I don't know if it's gonna go with the tan, with the pecan pie. Oh, okay. No. We're gonna just stick with this. Okay. We could use the textured notes dies. That would look nice on here, but I'm just gonna leave it plain. Oh, and it's going this way, so I don't want this card base. I don't want a card base like this. I like my card bases to be like tent folds, all tent folds. So this is the hamburger tent fold, and this is the hot dog tent fold, right? Because hamburgers are fatter and hot dogs are skinnier. Okay, so now this is gonna go on some dimensionals here. And then we're gonna finish this one up. Whoops, I've never grabbed 3 at a time before. Okay. There we go. Ooh, that looks cool. And then maybe I need a bigger thing. This I just used because it was part of the kit, but maybe something a little bigger. That, or maybe even a little bigger. So many choices. That one. Ooh, that kind of looks, you know, it's got the postage and stamp. Postage and things. I don't know. What do you guys think? In your bra? I've never found it there before. I think ding ding, that one wins. Okay, I have all of these choices here. Let's see, what other choices do I have? Okay, so no, I don't think that one's good. I feel like I have sticky stuff right there. So I think it should either be this one, I think that'll look nice, or this one. So what do you think? The circle? That looks nice. Or the label? I'm thinking the circle, because I feel like the joy, you can't read it very easily on the other piece. This one is still a little, yeah, I think that one. So we'll save this one for another card. And we've got some pieces here. And so I'm gonna not pop this up, although I want to. I'm gonna put it right here. And then we'll do just a few mini dimensionals here. And then we'll do some of the sequins. So I'll try and get it so both of these are kind of in bounds, in the bounds. There we go. Okay, good. Glad you said the circle. And then we'll do some sequins. So this is definitely a different type of card than I normally do. Not a very geometric card maker, but I think it worked pretty nicely. So there we go, pretty simple. And then let's see, even though this is real red, I think this might work. So let's do a little bow thing. 1, 2, 3. 3 times. Not ribbon scissors. And then just put it in there, and then in here, and then through the loop. And then we're just gonna tie it again one more time, make sure it's tight. And then we can scooch it off here. And we'll fluff it out. Okay. And yay! So we'll get a dimensional. And I think that will add a little bit more to it. Just roll the dimensional. And then there we go. There we go. Nice. All right. So we made lots. We made this card. And we did, let's move some of these extra pieces. So many extra pieces. And then we did this gatefold card and string. And we did this easel card. So there's our easel card there. And stuff off, put it all away. We did this one. Does that fit right there? Yep. And we did this one and this one. And that's an original. And I had done this one earlier. And then this is an original. I think this one's an original and this is an original. So here's the other. Whoops, you did not see that one. Whoopsie. That was the, I'm not gonna say now. Okay, so here's the 3 original cards. Ta-da! And then here are all the alternatives that I made. Cool, huh? I like them. Very joy, joy, joy. Joy, 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 joy. So you might be receiving one of these cards for Christmas. And we will have a raffle for one of these cards next week. So I'm going to put them all together, minus the tutorial one. That one needs to just be separate, otherwise it gets shown. And then all these extra pieces here can use for more cards. Do some stamping on them. And then got the envelopes here. And this is, I think, another envelope. And then we've got all of these envelopes too that we can cut up and use all of those cute flaps. So probably we'll cut all of this up. And got all these base pieces for the cards here. So super duper fun. And then just a few sequins left. I need more sequins, please. All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed watching this and you learned some fun things that you can do with your Cozy Christmas paper kit. And don't forget, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, free shipping on orders over $75 in the US. And if you don't currently have a demonstrator you're working with, I would love to send you a catalog. And so just let me know. You can also request one on my website, Stampin Up. Nope. SweetStampin.com. I almost said StampinUp.com. SweetStampin.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will do the Elegant Pine Snowflakes Suite next week. So have a great week and stay safe, and hope you've decided what you're going to be for Halloween. I have several choices of costumes. I'm gonna use one of my kids' costumes, so it'll be interesting. So I'll take pictures and show you that. So thanks again.